Hey guys, it's been a while, but I'm back. Megi Makes here with Onyx Designs, and here's my next flip. This is an entryway piece that I picked up a few months ago, and I just couldn't decide what to do with it, nor did I have the time to do anything with it, but here I am, ready to go. I posted this piece on Instagram and asked you all for your opinions on what I should do with it. But this piece is wood underneath, but it has like a plaster top coating on it for texture, and I want to keep that texture because I like how it looks. So here's your close-up of the piece. And so I got to work with cleaning it. I used Dixie Belle White Lightning, a degreaser. I love this degreaser, it works very well. I wiped down the whole piece very well because, you know, this was in someone else's front entryway, so who knows what's on it. It's very important to first clean your piece. Any degreaser will do. Simple Green is a good one as well. That's my second go-to. Look at that, nasty. So yeah, I then took another clean towel and I wiped everything back with some water just to rinse it off, make sure I got rid of all the extra residue. And then I let it dry a little bit, and then I got to sanding. I sanded it very lightly because I did not want to lose the texture. See, you can see the texture here. I happen to like this texture a lot, and I think once I paint it, that texture is really going to pop. So I didn't want to go too deep with the sanding. Just a little scuff sanding to make the paint stick. I used some 220 grit sandpaper with a sanding block, and I did it all by hand so I wouldn't overdo it. I went very light around the edges here, as you could see. A lot came off, but I wasn't so worried on this part because this is not the textured part. The top surface and that bottom shelf are the textured part. You should always wear some kind of face mask when you are sanding. You never know what you're sanding, though you might think you know what you're sanding. But for example, on this piece, I had no idea what I was sanding. So I was sure to put on that face mask immediately before I started sanding anything. I then grabbed my water bottle and a clean paper towel, and I started wiping back the dust because we don't want to paint over any dust, so it's very important to rinse the piece again after you've sanded. I then got rid of the paper on the floor because it had all the dust on it, and I rolled out a new piece. This is pretty funny. Enjoy laughing for a second. My method did work in the end, I swear. I still got the size, cut it, and I still rolled it out flat, perfect size, ready to go. So yeah, my method worked, though it was funny. And I brought back the piece, slowly but surely. Here it is again, all ready to go, ready for paint. So I posted a Reels to Instagram asking what color I should paint this piece. I gave 4 options: clover green, mink brown, anchor, and oyster. And the majority of you guys chose anchor, so I'm gonna go with anchor. Also going to accent the high points with some gold gilding wax. And this piece is actually ready to go now. I could start painting it. I've already cleaned it, wiped it back, sanded it, wiped it back again. This is now free of dust and debris, and it's all prepped and it's ready to go. This is all-in-one mineral paint, Silk line by Dixie Belle. So I can get right to painting with it. Please hit the like button. It helps my channel a lot if you're enjoying this video, of course. And also consider subscribing. I have a lot more furniture flips coming your way. I am also working on a website to start selling these pieces, so you can check that out as well. I will be posting that link in the descriptions of my videos after the website goes live. But just giving you the heads up, that's coming soon. Please like and subscribe. Thank you. So I got these, I'm gonna call them legs. I got them done. The first coat is around them. Now to do the lower legs, the fun part. With the texture of this piece, I had to do a couple of passes in each section to make sure that there were no white spots showing. It was a little tricky, and I had to like really hit hard with the paintbrush to get the spots to fill in. Even with using a little excess paint, it still wasn't working so well. So I had to keep going back over the same spots over and over, which is fine. It's just one of those things, you figure it out as you go. Starting to see this piece come together as I fill in all those white spots and I get the back end of all these legs and watch it dry a little bit and watch how the finish really comes through. It has like a satin-like finish and it was just absolutely stunning. In the next few seconds, you can actually see just how much that second coat really does for this piece. It really brings it all together and really evens out the color. So it's totally painted and I love it. I love the finish of this paint as well. I just feel like it needs a little something more. So I'm gonna go for some gold gilding wax on the high points. But I do love that I didn't sand it too far and I kept this texture because I'm loving this texture with the black. Looks so much better as a dark piece than it did as a light piece. So I think black was the right way to go. Gilding wax, Dixie Belle, in gold. And we're gonna put it on with an artist brush. I applied this in a dabbing motion. I did not really swipe the brush at all. I wanted the shape of the brush to give the design. As you can see here, I went back and forth a few times to try to fill it in just a little bit because I used a very small brush, so it was very sparing at first. But this is something you just, trial and error. You just do it as you go and see how you like it and fill it in as you see fit. I continued to add some gold on the high points. I loved watching this piece change as I added it. Sometimes it's a little surprising to see how much something so little can change a piece so much. It just makes such a big difference. When I started doing this next part of it, I wanted it to be a little more spread out, more cloud-like rather than a defined line. So I made it a little fatter, gave it a little more dimension, and then I actually grabbed my black paint and filled in a little bit because I felt there was too much gold. But then I went back with the gold again and I fixed it a little bit, a few things, trial and error. Sometimes you just have to go with the flow and give it a shot and see how it comes out. You can always fix it because guess what? Paint always covers up mistakes, right? And here it is, the finished piece. I'm very happy with this, how this came out. That wide part in the center, I tried to go for something a little bit marble, but it did not look marble, but I ended up liking whatever you want to call that. So I was very happy with how this turned out. I hope you all like this. Please consider subscribing to my channel. I have a lot more coming up. I have a lot of pieces in my inventory ready to go, and I'm working on the website. It's almost ready to launch. Thank you so much for watching my video until the end. I truly appreciate all of you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you so much.